Welcome back to New Rockstars, I'm Erik Voss, and as Marvel assembles its new lineup of hunks, some conflicting reports have suggested Shia LaBeouf is being targeted to play a major role in an upcoming MCU title. A recent report suggested he's being considered as mutant Bobby Drake Iceman. A report I was surprised to see since, I figured they'd go a bit younger for that role. Maybe give a chance to a younger, lesser-known actor who might fit the part better. Like, we ain't talking Even Stevens, Holes, Transformers Shia. This is tatted up, see-a-dancing, tats collecting, it-doing Shia. And I have been more interested in the reports of him being considered for Marc Spector Moon Knight. A name we keep seeing over and over. And like 90% of you are like, same guy again? And Marvel Studios is like, he's Legion Batman, you're gonna love him, trust us. LaBeouf is among the leading dudes in consideration for the role, along with reportedly Adam Driver. Daniel Radcliffe was rumored earlier this year, but we can confirm he will not be Moon Knight. I am going to explain who Moon Knight is, the possible sightings we've had of him in the MCU so far, all the latest updates we now know about his Disney Plus series, and why Moon Knight is gonna be so important to other future Marvel titles like Doctor Strange 2, Blade, and Marvel's secret plans for characters like Punisher, like Ghost Rider. Spoiler warning in case I'm right. Alright, Moon Knight is Marc Spector, son of a rabbi who trains as a boxer and becomes a CIA agent, a US Marine in later comic recons, a mercenary whose body gets possessed by the Egyptian moon deity Khonshu, endowing him with supernatural strength, reflexes, agility, based on the fullness of the moon in its lunar cycle. Spector returns to America and poses as the wealthy elite identity, Stephen Grant, to hide from his mercenary past, but then he realizes he needs another identity to roam the streets as a crime fighter, so he takes on the additional identity as taxi driver Jake Lockley. Really the best known explorations of the character, and the reason I'm pretty sure Marvel prioritized the title for live action adaptation, is the focus on Marc Spector's Egyptian origin story as a possible symptom of dissociative identity disorder, which would also explain his ease to take on identities like Steve Grant and Jake Lockley, in addition to his Marc Spector and Moon Knight identities. Marc struggles to confirm for himself which of his experiences were real, and whether his possession by Khonshu was a delusion within his own mind. It's a very interesting angle on the character that Marvel hasn't really explored in other titles. Now, over the years, many have diminished Moon Knight as Marvel's Batman Bruce Wayne, but obviously there's a lot more to this character. He's closer in my eyes to Legion, the mutant adapted in the amazing FX series that framed his mutant abilities as a psychological disorder. Now, the MCU so far hasn't really mentioned Marc Spector aside from some brief Easter eggs that some have argued are Moon Knight references, like in Captain America the Winter Soldier. Sitwell listed a man in Cairo as a Hydra target.
A TV anchor in Cairo, the Undersecretary of Defense, a high school valedictorian in Iowa City.
But Marc Spector wasn't a TV anchor, most likely. This was more likely referring to the Egyptian media during the Arab Spring, who were often targeted and threatened. Some have also said that you could see Moon Knight's Ankh among the relics in Doctor Strange's Sanctum Sanctorum, but I've never been able to find it. And I can find everything. But there have been some rumored leaks about plot details that could tell us about how Moon Knight will connect to the rest of the MCU. I know this is a lot to process, so let's shift gears to something smaller, more digestible, more compact, like the most discreet front pocket wallet, the Ridge! Thanks to The Ridge for sponsoring this episode. The Ridge helps you carry what you need every day, from their flagship Ridge wallet to their portable charging commuter backpack. They want to make the most out of what you're bringing with you. The Ridge wallet is made out of military-grade materials like titanium, carbon fiber. It has a clean, stylish look. It's chainsaw-proof, so when all those tiki-hating jerks come at you with chainsaws, their attacks will be not very effective. This is their aluminum tiki wallet. They do have other colors like matte cobalt blue or forged carbon fiber. All of them, they're light, they're strong, they're ready to party, but only with the minimal amount of cash that you brought with you, because you don't need to bring everything. They make it easy to buy with free shipping and free returns and a lifetime guarantee. It's got 30,000 five-star reviews, so you know they're doing something right. They also have great backpacks and travel bags with RFID blocking pockets and optional device charging batteries. Get 10% off today with free worldwide shipping and returns by going to ridge.com/newrockstars. That's ridge.com/newrockstars and use the code newrockstars. Find the link in the video's description. Okay, the latest reports about Moon Knight, again unconfirmed, is that the Moon Knight series will put Marc Spector in the midst of a psychic tug-of-war between warring controlling entities, the Egyptian moon god Khonshu, and another Moon Knight villain, Stained Glass Scarlet, an ex-nun turned vigilante. This report suggested that the series will have a narrative structure similar to Westworld or Pulp Fiction, which to me suggests a non-linear timeline that jumps around to different points in the chronology. Again, like Legion, origin, reflecting the point of view of a character in an unstable psychological condition who cannot trust his perception. And finally, this report suggests that joining the series will be vampires and steak, a sister organization to S.H.I.E.L.D., an acronym for Special Threat Assessment for Known Extranormalities. As its wordplay name suggests, it oversees paranormal, supernatural horror threats in the Marvel world, like vampires, zombies, werewolves, not to be confused with SWORD, Sentient World Observation and Response Department, the S.H.I.E.L.D. offshoot that focuses on interplanetary defenses and extraterrestrial threats, which is confirmed to be joining the MCU as soon as WandaVision, and might be that Skrull space station Nick Fury was looking for his shoes on in the Far From Home post-credit scene. Steak appearing in Moon Knight would increase the likelihood of the expected tie-in with Marvel's Blade reboot, and the possible formation of the team called the Midnight Suns, which would include Blade, Moon Knight, joined with Morbius the Living Vampire, with Sony making it super confusing which cinematic universe he's part of, as well as Frank Castle Punisher, with increasing calls from fans to bring in John Bernthal's Punisher from the Netflix side of the universe. Also joining that lineup could be Ghost Rider, who did appear in a past season of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and has similar support from fans to bring that character to bigger screens, though recently Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. confirmed that it did create a new timeline separate from the MCU, and it's always been a debate how much that series is true MCU canon. Don't at me, AOS heads. I know, I saw that Jarvis cameo in Endgame too, but that's not the same as saying Kevin Feige gives any shits about Fitz and Simmons, I'm sorry. The Midnight Suns would be yet another team of heroes in the Marvel world in these upcoming storylines, so who's gonna be the new Avengers? Well, here's how I think Marvel could organize all of it. As I have stated multiple times before, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness appears to be the pivotal nexus of this next phase, being set up as a kind of world-colliding crossover event that could condense multiple universes and multiple genres all within a broader MCU, with Doctor Strange as the key to it all. Think about it, Strange had a front row seat to the Avengers' shortcomings in the conflict with Thanos. He saw exactly what happens when one mashup of competing egos chaotically scrambles to fight all kinds of battles at once. You gotta diversify, you gotta scale out. And you know what's better than one superhero team? A billion superhero teams. Well, we'll work our way up to that, but for now we'll start with 8. Consider the Sorcerer Supreme as a kind of league commissioner, overseeing and regulating a roster of Marvel teams and organizations. Among them, the new Avengers to handle Avengers-level calamities, the Midnight Suns to handle supernatural threats, the Thunderbolts to handle dangerous special ops and suicide missions that you don't want to put the front men on, the Defenders to protect urban streets, the neighborhoods, the X-Men to rein in growing mutant threats like the Brotherhood of Mutants, Fantastic Four to handle threats from other dimensions, the Rockford Peaches, and the Illuminati as an inner circle of brainiacs to govern it all and laugh at the Rick and Morty jokes the rest of us are too dumb to get. Hopefully, as we start to get more information about Moon Knight and what character Shia LaBeouf is playing next year, it will be within the framework of a vast league of Marvel teams. Comment down below with your thoughts on this theory and which character you want Shia LaBeouf to play, and join the nerdy discussion on our official Discord server by becoming a patron at patreon.com/newrockstars. Follow me on Instagram at Erik Voss. Follow New Rockstars and subscribe for breakdowns of everything you love. Thanks for watching. Bye.